What's up, guys, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. We are doing another roster review today. Just letting you guys know, I'm actually pretty stressed out about this. I think I have like 200 roster reviews to do now, and it's weighing on me a little bit, so give me some patience, please. But we're going to do B. Baker today, and he says, hey, I have his notes right here, was wondering if I could be added to the list for roster reviews. Here's my ally code, which I will now type in. 48, okay, now search. Okay, so it states, he obviously has a pretty good team here. In reference to my roster and everything, I would consider myself a whale. I know some of you don't like to watch whale videos because I have a few of them, but hey, I promised him I would do one, so I will. But have slowed spending a considerable amount in the past month. Started playing around mid-April 2018. I make rank 1 daily in chips and alternate between 1 and 2 in squad with another person. I just recently finished gearing my bounty hunter and Karth scoundrel team. Currently, I'm working on finishing my Ewoks to 7-star and will be gearing a CLS team and Ewoks over the next month, and am saving crystals to 7 stars all the new Old Republic characters within a month of their release. My current main focus is Grand Arena and Territory War. I am not currently focusing on any raid-specific teams, as Revan can solo the Heroic Pit and Hat, and does 10 to 16 million in Heroic Sith raid, enough to get him in the top 10. My main question is, should I be focusing on any other specific team sooner rather than later, i.e., I have JTR and Night Sister team 7-star, but have not geared them yet. P.S. I'm going to become a patron today. Love all your videos you're putting out as of late. Excellent. Okay, so this is nice. Even though that he is a whale, he's asking for something different. We have, he has teams for the raids. He has teams for arena. He wants to know about Grand Arena, Territory War, and are there any teams that he should be focusing on specifically that would really help him out? Let me fix the green screen here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that right now. We're going to go into his inventory, and he said first here, my main question is, should I be focusing on any other specific team sooner rather than later? Well, he already has a scoundrel team here. Man alive. This is for only 2 million. This is pretty solid stuff with Revan, Hermit Yoda. I'm just going to look through. I'm actually going to scroll down to his Old Republic. I want to see. He said he had a Karth team, which he does. He'll eventually get him to 7 stars. He has all the Old Republic original characters. Zeta, Mission, and Zalbar. Do not underrate them. Trust me, I'm going to tell you, Zalbar is going to tank in the game that is going to become more useful in different teams, and he's a character I want to work on after I finish. Let's see, I'm getting the Bounty Hunter ships or the Scoundrel ships for the original trilogy Millennium Falcon, which I'm in a complete panic about right now because I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I got it, and I don't have it. Oh boy, I have some farming to do. And he'll get some of these other characters to 7 stars when they get there. Well, first things first, he said he doesn't have Night Sisters and Jedi Training Rey geared. I'm going to tell you right now, do that. They are 2 factions in the game that will help you in all aspects. I know you said you don't want it for, or talking about the raids, but one, you'd be able to get first in the Heroic Sith raid if you had a Night Sister team. Zeta with Talzin and Ventress and geared up. Not only that, Grand Arena, Territory Wars, they are offensive juggernauts. You can almost win any battle you're facing if you pick the right team. And Imperial Troopers is their main counter at times. And I'm telling you, it would not be bad at all to decide to gear up in Zeta your Night Sisters. Same thing with Jedi Training Rey. I know you're wondering if there's teams you should focus on first, but honestly, they're dominant in all aspects of the game. She's a hero's journey character. She's going to be good for a long time. BB-8 and R2 are characters that can fit into any lineup anywhere and be good. So I would highly suggest getting these resistance teams geared up, getting them leveled up as high as you can, getting some Zetas on them, because they're only going to help you progress in the game. You have Revan. That's amazing. One, you'll be able to get first in the Heroic Sith raids if you have the JTR and Night Sister team, if that matters to you. I'm guessing it doesn't, like you said. But 2, they're usable in all aspects of the game. I know you can get first in arena, but they're usable in arena. They're usable for ships. There's going to be ships that use them. They're usable in Territory Wars. I use them on defense in Grand Arena. I use Jedi Training Rey on offense. I think this is totally something. It is one of the top 5 teams in the game. Night Sisters is close for an argument there too. Some of the top 5 teams in the game. CLS, Revan, Traya, Night Sisters, Jedi Training Ray. There's probably some that I'm skipping out on, but those are the top 5 teams in my opinion, so they should be teams you are farming. Let's go and look at the rest of your roster here. We're going to start with Bounty Hunters. Okay, Bosk you have with a Zeta. It's that leadership Zeta, right? It is correct. And there is one thing I forgot to do here. I want to go back and check your ships as soon as this loads. Because, okay, you have Houndstooth. You have Slave 1. Very good, very good. I'm looking at your other Scoundrel ships. Probably one. Okay, you have Lando's Millennium Falcon at 7 stars. Excellent job. You have L3 and young Lando geared up, it appears. So how many ships are we going to have to need for the original trilogy Falcon? I don't know, but it's going to be Scoundrel ships. So you might want to be farming IG-88. And oh my gosh, you have Cad Bane to 6 stars. Get him to 7. Get IG-88 up there, and you're going to have probably no doubt, the best ship in the game. So please, please, please do that. And otherwise, your ships are great the way it is. Now let's go back and let me go through each list of your roster. And is it 2 million? Yeah, you consider yourself a whale spending, but it's playing since April 2018. Pretty solid. We'll look at Bounty Hunters here. Like, go back to that. Boba, Cad, Embo, Dengar, Greedo. Greedo is somebody I would highly consider getting leveled up and geared up because he really fits well together with these teams. Jango, you obviously bought the Houndstooth when it came out. I'm thinking because otherwise, with Jango, you'd have some stars on him when you got the Houndstooth. Is he my favorite character in the game? Absolutely not. I think he's overrated. Do I think he can be useful for a few things and will be more useful in the future? Like when the Clone Wars team comes out? Absolutely. So maybe somebody you want to consider farming. Not on the top list right now. But you have these 3 characters at Gear 12 to get ready to get Chewie. And then Embo and Dengar, in my opinion, if you get them geared up, you'll be able to get Chewie just fine. If you don't have him already, I didn't see him, you might. Clone Troopers, again, not important right now, not going to worry about it. Droids, L3, BB-8, R2, every droid you need that's important, you have geared up. Might want to start getting some General Grievous shards from the shard shop, just so you can have him ready when he gets a rework, which will be coming. We have people talking in my house really loudly upstairs right now, and it's extremely annoying, but I'll see if I can get them to quiet down. Okay, so on your Empire team, let's see, you have Palpatine with the Zeta, very good, Thrawn. So let's talk about another team you could maybe farm here. Empire probably isn't a focus like we said, but I'm just going to scroll down quickly to the Imperial Troopers team because I am in love with the Imperial Troopers team, as you know. And get Shore Trooper, get Death Trooper, and farm a solid Imperial Trooper team. You don't have to have Shore Trooper if you don't want. You can go Veers, Range Trooper, which like I have said before has a cult following, Snow Trooper, Death Trooper, and Stark. Stark's the other character you need. So please, please, please farm Stark. This is not a top priority right now, but definitely a team you should think about farming because it's going to help you against Night Sisters. It's going to help you in Territory Wars, in Grand Arena, Territory battles. Definitely a team I think you should have in the top 5 farms to list. Now let's go back to Ewoks, which you said you were farming. I want to check Empire once more. Yep, you have Thrawn. You have the basics right there. These other ones with where you're at, not important in my opinion. Let's look at Ewoks. Good. You are starting to get them ready for the next C-3PO event. So you're going to have Ewok Elder at 7 stars, a Wicket at 7 stars, and Logger at 7 stars. You couldn't have a better team to ask for. If those are the characters and Ewoks you're working on to get 3PO, you are set. You're good to go. You have nothing absolutely to worry about because that's the best team. So we'll slowly get them started up and geared up. Probably don't spend all your energy every day on them because 3PO might not come out for a while yet. I'm guessing because he recently came out. But yeah, start farming them. Now let's look at Ewoks. My gosh, I just said that. Let's look at First Order. Of course, a team that, yes, I'm going to be doing a how to mod on the faction. Okay, I've been trying to figure out which ways. I have a top 10 Zeta video coming out soon. It's either going to be later today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. But you have Kylo Ren Unmasked, First Order Executioner, Kylo Ren, First Order Officer, First Order Stormtrooper. So you have a team of 5 characters right there that are able to form a squad. Again, not a team I would focus on right now, but if you like First Order and they are helpful in some aspects of the game, Territory Wars, Grand Arena, like you said, they're pretty decent. You probably want to put a Zeta on Kylo Ren Unmasked's leadership ability. Not your top priority right now. It's probably like a 5 out of the 10 scale if we're going to look at that. Now let's look at Galactic Republic. You have Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi. Very well done. Mace, I definitely think that he's going to get a rework. R2-D2, he's probably going to definitely think about putting some Zetas on him, please. And you have Rex. The other ones right now aren't important. Maybe Jedi Knight Anakin are going to get a rework, so I wouldn't really touch your Galactic Republic characters right now. They have like a 3 out of 10 on the importance scale. Geonosians, you have 3 of them to 7 stars, level 85. Looks like you might have been trying to get their ships up there ready. Not important. They might be needed for a rework. We'll see. Imperial Troopers, we talked about. Jawas only have 1 Jawa. Are they important? Absolutely not. Jedi, okay. Again, you have a Jedi team that is the best in the game, and you have them at like gear 12 with all their Zetas. Well done. Couldn't do any better than that. Probably, like, Juhani, you're going to want to farm her when she comes out. Night Sisters, we looked at. Let's see here. Looking at the Old Republic characters as a whole, which we kind of did. You're going to want to farm Darkside Bastila, Juhani, Canderous, and Karth when they become farmable. That's what I'm going to be doing. Phoenix, you obviously have to get Thrawn, level 80, 7-star. Maybe want to take him to gear 11 or 12. I have most of them at gear 11. Ezra at gear 12 with a Zeta, so that's awesome. I like the people that have Ezra Zeta as well because they know where it's at. You got Thrawn, like I said. I don't know if you use the Phantom and the Ghost in Fleet. You might. With some of the new ships coming out, you might not have to. But they're a good faction overall for the game. Territory Wars, Grand Arena, definitely teams you can throw in there. Work on offense or defense. They're not great, but they're not bad either. They're the perfect, average player right there. Average team. Rebels, let's see. Wedge, Biggs, CLS. You have CL, and you have Chewbacca to 7-star. Good. I was hoping you had that earlier. I didn't know if you had him or not. Definitely somebody. If there's a few people I would want you to put Zetas on right now to help you progress in the game in all areas. We talked about Jedi Training Rey and her Resistance team. I definitely think you would want to put a Zeta on Shoots first with Raid Han. I would think, in my humble opinion, that would be one of your top priorities because it's only going to help you progress further in the game in all aspects. And if you ever use a CLS Arena team, which you probably won't for a long time if they ever becomes meta game because you have Revan. Territory War, Grand Arena, he can just drill through teams. And then Chewie, if you eventually want to put a Zeta on his loyal friend, that's great as well. So, really good job with that. You have the Rebels pretty well. Again, the other ones, are they as important right now? No. Chirrut and Baze can be very good with Jin in Grand Arena if you want to kind of focus on a Rogue One team. I like Fulcrum as well, but she's not necessary. We looked at Resistance, but we'll go through there again. What your determination is now is if you want to put Zetas on the CLS, his unique ability, Raid Han, or Chewie, or do you want to go with Jedi Training Rey, R2, and BB-8, or maybe you want to go with Night Sisters. Those are 3 factions right there that are the top 3 priorities for your next Zetas. You make a decision. They're all great teams. You make a decision on which team you want to put Zetas on, and focusing on Zetaing the whole team first before you move on to the next team. That's just my opinion. Probably with Jedi Training Rey, you're going to want to put her leadership ability on her first before you move on, and then you're probably going to want to put a Zeta on... If you're going to use her in the raid, you're probably going to want to put a Zeta on Combat Analysis first, or use... and then Number Crunch, and then BB-8's rolling with the punches would be next. Again, that's just my suggestion. Night Sisters, the CLS team, or Jedi Training Rey team are definitely, in my opinion, the 3 top teams that you should be working on. And I know in almost every video we say those are the teams you should work on. Well, the reason I say that a lot is because they are the best teams in the game right now. When a new team comes out, I will let you know. But otherwise, if you don't have them geared, Zetaed, or farmed, work on them, please. We'll look at the Rogue One, like I said here. Again, Jin, Chirrut, and Baze, if you have some extra energy laying around, probably want to start farming them. They're good characters. Scoundrels. Your Scoundrel team is fantastic. Fantastic. Zeta on Bosk, Mission, Nest, Zelbar, Vander Chewbacca. Wow, I couldn't do that much better myself. Boba Fett, Cad Bane, L3. Like I said, if you get a Zeta on Han there, that's going to help as well. You have a Kira lead running in there. That's going to help tremendously as well. You look like a man that likes Scoundrels. And maybe if you put a Karth team together with Canderous, Mission, Zalbar, throw in other two characters. I'm not a scoundrel expert. I think that would be very interesting to look at. Your Separatists, are they important? They're not really important right now, so they'll probably get a rework at some point in time, but you have Asajj at star level 7. Keep that. That's probably important. Your Sith. You have Traya at 6 stars with 2 Zetas on her. So again, we talked about the heroic Sith raid. That's probably not nearly as important for you, because once you get her to 7 stars, what's the point of it except for getting gear? If you're going to want to put together the rest of a Sith team, probably going to end up wanting to put the Zeta on Nihilus's Lord of Hunger. Is it important? No, it's like a 3 or 4 out of 10, especially since you're not using them in the arena as an arena team. Sith Trooper to 7 stars is great. You have a real solid Sith team. Nicely done. And like I said earlier, since you said you don't want to focus on the heroic Sith raid with some of those teams, you have her at 6 stars. The teams that I'm mentioning aren't just good in the raids. You specifically said that. They're great in all aspects of the game, especially Territory War and Grand Arena. Smugglers, Ness, Vander, L3, Kira. Well done. Everybody's at 7 stars except for Young Han, which you can be farming out of the guild store. Guild currency stores, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Probably want to get him to 7 stars just to complete the team, because you look like you like that. And then Tuskens, not important. So for 2 million galactic power, yeah, you are my first A+. I don't think I've given one before. A++ for where you're at with 2 million galactic power. You know what you're doing. Now I do want to take a look at your mods to kind of finish off the video here. To get first, you obviously know what you're doing. But okay, let's look at Revan first. Okay, yeah, you have a speed of 298, crit damage, some extra health. No more needs to be said. 20 speed, 20 speed, 20 speed, 16 speed with an offense in the cross, 16 speed with the crit damage in the triangle, speed in the arrow. That's the best you can mod him. Literally the best that you could mod him. Any of you guys ever watch Parks and Recreation? Chris Traeger always goes, literally the best thing in the world. I'm just going to say literally over and over and over again until I know you. No, I'm actually not. But okay, then we will look at your Grandmaster Yoda. Offense crit chance. With the speed of 284. This probably might be modded better than mine is, actually. And mine's modded very, very good. Let's look at your 6,696. Holy moly, this guy has to hit like a truck. Yeah, you don't have a problem modding, it appears. I'm still gonna go over the rest of them. Jolie, nice. You have a health set on him. That you just want him to survive, and you have a speed of 235. The most important things for him are survivability and speed. Whew. Excellent. Well done, Bastila. You have a speed set on her, 245 speed. Well done with a potency of 41.9. I mod my Bastila with full potency sets. She also has a lot of health and protection and speed in those. I have her at like 93% potency. Does it maybe matter? No, it doesn't. But I have the speed, I have the health and protection, so well done on Bastila. Very well done, actually. And you have her Zeta as well. And then the last character we have, I wanted to make sure that it was who I thought it was General Kenobi. Okay, good deal. And you have a defensive set and a health set on him. 86,000. So we're basically going to go 87,000 plus 40,000 to make this easier. So 87, 97, 107, 117, 127 total health and protection combined. I think mine's at like 150 or very close to. A speed of 236, definitely higher than mine is. My speed's at like 140 because I don't put speed in the arrow. I put protection. And it seems that you put protection as well. But still, this has got to work great. He goes quicker. I can see why you get number 1 in arena, and I'm guessing you can achieve it pretty easily. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. You don't run with Bastila, you run with Hermit Yoda. Very interesting. He's so fun to use. Let's take a look at this now. You have a speed at 303. Golf clap. That is literally the best Hermit Yoda I've ever seen. And then, really, none of the other stats don't matter because you want him survivable, obviously, but he doesn't do any attacks. So, yeah, you have some good health and protection on him. Excellent. Yeah, because we would definitely want Hermit Yoda modded with a lot of crit damage. he does massive damage. Sarcasm right there. So, man, that looks fun. Great squad here for 2 million galactic power. I can see why you're successful in the game. So, literally, what teams should you focus on? Like I said, Night Sisters, Jedi Training Ray, CLS team, Imperial Troopers, and I think you're good to go. Really, that's about covering it all. And you should be Zetaing those teams too, so very well done. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to all videos that I post. I'm leaving a link to my Discord server and Patreon page in the description below. Please make sure you check that out, and leave comments. Comments are amazing. It gives me all the video ideas. That's why it keeps me going. Also, you see how Hoth Rebel Assault Phase 1 started? Just a little update on me. I just put a Zeta on Wampa about 15 minutes ago on his Corner Beast, and I will get him to 7 stars, and I will turn him into a monster. And I will finally have every character completed that I want to in the game, so I'm pumped about that. Otherwise, peace out, and may the Force be with you.